Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Dan.
And I'm here for another DVD update video. I'm going to talk about all the superhero movies and TV shows that I've gotten in the last few months, Dan. And Dan's just hanging out with me this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey Dan, can I show you all the random DVDs and Blu-rays that I bought? And he's like, sure, I'm doing nothing else. I'm kind of at your mercy right now. So what I'm really saying is, I'm forcing Dan to listen to me talk about random things I bought.
I mean, I'm down. This is gonna be fun.
And he's down to be forced into doing more videos. So I haven't done one of these since, I don't know, it's been 4 or 5 months. And every few months, I kind of take all the DVDs and Blu-rays that I've piled up, and I just show everybody what I bought. And I haven't, as always, necessarily watched all of these yet or been through all the special features, but I'll show you the releases that I got for things. Some of the stuff is recently released major superhero movies. Some of this is older stuff. Some of it's TV stuff. And there's some weird things of the stuff people have sent me, and even one thing that Eric just had in his collection that he didn't want anymore.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Random things. Anyway, so, are you ready?
Let's embark on a journey.
Here we go. In really no particular order. The first thing, and like I said, I always cover just everything that I bought for any reason at all. So the first thing in the stack today is Superman the movie on Blu-ray. Now, Cap, obviously you have this already, everyone is saying. Why in the world did you have to go out and buy this? Well, this is perhaps an amusing story. I had this on DVD, of course, and that's where I took the stills out for Rewind, and we were watching this the other day, or a couple weeks ago. Freddie is obsessed with Superman right now.
Oh, awesome.
And he's also suddenly really into Spider-Man, but he's obsessed with Superman. And I've been taking him through the Bruce Timm animated series, and he loves it.
Oh, cool.
And anyway, but before that, we showed him this, and we got halfway through it, and the disc was apparently real scratched out.
Oh, no.
And Freddie was real bummed. He was watching the movie. So I jumped in my car and went out to Vintage Stock and had Eric sell me one.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so that's what I did. So anyway, there's Superman the movie on Blu-ray, and then we were able to finish it.
Very nice.
There we were with
It's a great movie.
Do you know what this release?
I have wanted to buy that, but I just have all of those on DVD, and I haven't been able to justify spending the amount of money it costs to buy all of them
this
again.
This is $30 for this new Blu-ray collection. It's a nice collection. This is, of course, all 3 of the Raimi films, and it has it's a nice fold-out booklet.
Yeah.
And it's got a, well, I say it's booklet-esque in the discs, but then it actually has a little booklet with some information in the front.
Oh, cool.
Which is kind of cool. And it may be worth it if you're a collector, I suppose, just to have some of this stuff. The main reason to buy this, I suppose, is the new editor's cut of Spider-Man 3. That's where that is.
Okay.
And it also, if you didn't have it already, and I didn't, it has Spider-Man 2.1.
Yeah, I have that already.
That thing, so, which I didn't have, but that's on here also. So I went ahead and bought it just for completion. As people know, from these updates, the way I collect is I've got to have every version of a film, but I don't have to have every release of a film. So if there's a director's cut, or this is the first editor's cut I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
But if there's something like that, if there's a special longer version, whatever it is, I try to get my hands on all those. And if there's significant new special features, I try to buy the discs with those releases. But I don't have to. I'm not crazy where I have to have like every release of everything that comes out.
Okay. Have you watched the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3 at all yet?
Eric and I got almost an hour in and we turned it off.
Really?
It's just too close. Like, not enough was changed. And I've read the list, so I know what was different later, and there's a little bit more stuff later on in it that's different, but it's not like a dramatically different cut. And people keep asking me to make a video about it, and I just wouldn't have enough to say. I mean, I know I didn't finish it, but the thing is, Eric and I somewhat recently finished Marvel Mania, and we'd already watched that, and we just don't like that movie.
Yeah.
We were not having fun watching it. And so we decided we're probably not going to have enough to say. Let's go ahead and stop watching this. I may at some point go back and finish it just to see what the rest of it is. And if I have stuff to say, I'll make a video solo, but I don't think I'm going to. And again, I've read the list of it, and a lot of it is just like little tweaks and things. There's a couple scenes added back in. There's things taken out. A lot of things taken out.
Really?
And, yeah, and the deal is, it's not like an editor going back in years later and saying, with what we had, how could we make this movie way better? It seems like, and I don't know if this is true, but it watches like it's an alternate cut of what they could have put in the theater.
Oh, okay.
It's like just another cut they had that maybe they had been kicking around, you know, that version instead.
Okay, interesting.
And like some of the original music is put back in.
Oh,
like there was
okay.
some music that was replaced, and they put some stuff back in.
Yeah, because wasn't there some sort of a falling out with Elfman and Raimi? And
I think so.
Yeah, so I've heard about that. I don't really know exactly what happened, but
so some of that's back in.
Interesting.
There's a scene with Sandman and his daughter at the beginning.
Well, Sandman could use more scenes of development, I think.
Sure, I mean,
if the scene's effective, but maybe it wasn't effective.
Anymore.
Yeah.
It was nice to know what age she was.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't know that.
Did they say?
She looked like she was like 9 or 10. I always got the sense she was like a baby or a toddler.
Yeah.
This like 10-year-old girl walks in, and I'm like, oh, she's way older than I thought.
Yeah. He still has the justification of, you know, my daughter's sick, so I'm allowed to kill
So
people.
it's okay for me to break the law. And they also have what was I gonna say? There's a bit with Aunt May that one of her speeches that's just completely cut.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And some things like that. So I don't know,
Well,
but it was. I guess. I mean, I don't like her that much in that movie, but anyway. So that's this. It's a really pretty release. There's also an amazing release like this that looks just like this.
With the 2 web films?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I don't know how much special feature-wise is added on that. It didn't look like there was a lot new.
Okay.
And there's no other cuts of those, which is unfortunate because it seems like there's plenty to do with 2. It seems like I got a lot on the cutting room floor, and there's special features that we have access to that would be cool to put back in at the very least.
I want to get both of those collections at some point because I don't own the only Blu-ray. The only Spider-Man movie I own on Blu-ray is Amazing 2. I have all the rest of them on DVD, so I got to upgrade eventually. But yeah, it looks really nice.
It's pretty anyway, so I don't know. I think it's worth having.
Yeah, definitely.
And then here is the Blu-ray for Logan. I of course got the version that has Noir on it.
Oh, cool.
And,
the black and white version?
I'm very excited about watching it that way. I haven't done that yet. But I haven't looked at any of the other special features on this. It is nice that Mingle did a commentary on this one.
Oh, he did? Awesome.
Yeah, because the release I have for the Wolverine doesn't have a Mingle commentary. I don't know if he ever did one. I don't know if there's one maybe on the Blu-ray. But anyway, yeah. And there's deleted scenes on this too. And I guess is there an alternate ending, or am I thinking of a different movie? No, there's not an alternate ending.
I was going to say, that'd be
really,
really interesting. That's my favorite superhero movie, so I got to pick that one up too.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome.
You haven't got a copy yet?
I have not, no.
I haven't watched this yet. I do this all the time. I buy these when they come out, and then they sit on my shelf a long time before I get a chance to finally sit down and watch them. But anyway, so I've got Logan. This is the thing, like I said, I'm jumping all over the place. This is the thing that Eric decided he didn't want anymore. This is Blade the series. He doesn't even have the sleeve, the outer sleeve for this. I've never watched this. Everyone says it's really boring, or at least everybody I've talked to says this is really dull and not worth watching, but it's a superhero TV show, and I have to have it in my collection. So I may at some point at least review the pilot. And I have that on, what is it, House of Kytheron or whatever it's called. I have the 4-pack, or the 4 movies on one disc. That a lot of those like 4-pack things, they need 4 movies, so they had to like shove another thing in there. So like, we'll take the pilot of this and call it a movie. And they put that on there. So I had the pilot that way, but I didn't have the whole series. So there's that. Thanks, Eric.
How many seasons did that run?
1.
Okay.
This was I think. Don't quote me on this. I think this was the first thing Spike TV did original.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Is that supposed to be like a prequel to? I didn't.
No,
know
I think
it
keeps going.
Oh, it's like a sequel to Blade Trinity?
I think it just keeps going from that.
Huh.
But again, I never watched it, so I'm not sure. Well, and I'm sure it probably takes liberties and kind of runs off with itself.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, there's that. So here's the oddest thing to ever get for Father's Day. Here is DC Supergirls Galactic Games. This is the second of these. My son likes these a lot. I watched bits and pieces of the first one. I haven't watched it all the way through yet. I like things about it. Of what I saw, some of the humor is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like how they use some of the villains. As like teachers, and I think
the villains are teachers. That's
scary. Like Amanda Waller, I think, is the principal.
Oh my god!
They do some amusing things.
This sounds like the
that.
worst school ever.
Yeah, but
imagine that lady is your principal. Dear God,
you re-characterize them, Dan. But anyway, and they use a whole bunch of really, really obscure characters that
really
I either hadn't heard of or don't see all that often. But anyway, I don't know anything about this because I haven't watched this.
Did they gender bend Ambush Bug for this?
No, I don't think they did. And like, it's superhero girls. Like, most of the main characters are female, but they have male characters in it.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what it is about Beast Boy, but he's all over these. And he's
weird.
kind of irritating. And I always feel that way. Lobo was on the back of the box. I don't know what Lobo is doing in this movie, but there he is. But yeah, I mean, the girls are front and center, but like Sinestro's there. I mean, like, they use some male villains, and if memory serves, they did something kind of fun with Solomon Grundy, and cool. I don't know. I think he's one of the teachers too. I forget.
Is Lobo like the cafeteria person or the janitor?
That
or
would
something?
be great. It seems like he's just on a team of supervillains, though. I'm not sure. It looks like they're doing a New Gods thing here because Granny Goodness is there.
Oh,
so I don't know. But it looks like there's a whole apocalypse thing going on there.
Yeah, Lobo looks like really young in this. Maybe he's like hip teen Lobo.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if we're real curious, we can pop it in.
Yeah, true.
And then, what else? Here, of course, is the Lego Batman movie. Now, you might be wondering, as much as I love this, why I bought this on DVD instead of Blu-ray. I don't know if you have this. I don't have to have stuff on Blu-ray. I'm kind of cool both ways. There are some things every now and again where I'm like, this looks so much nicer in high def. Usually, I don't know if I'm just real old-fashioned or if it's bad eyesight, what it is. I can't tell the difference half the time. And so I don't have to have it that way. And also, movies where they don't put the DVD with the Blu-ray can be problematic for me because of the way I still take stills out.
Right.
I'm still looking for a good way to deal with Blu-rays. I haven't found it yet.
Yeah, you have to buy a Blu-ray drive for your computer.
Which I have one, but I can't get it to work to play nice with my video card.
Oh, really?
So I'm still trying
then you
to figure
have to upgrade
that.
your video card, and that's really expensive.
And I have a new video card now, but it's not working with this machine for some reason. It's a whole thing. So anyway, the reason I went ahead and bought this on DVD, and I might get the Blu-ray down the road just to have it that way, maybe. But happily, they put all the special features on this.
Oh, cool!
That's
really nice.
unusual, and I really appreciate it when they do that. So I went ahead and just bought it this way.
Nice, yeah. So
yeah, and I have watched this again since the theater.
Yeah,
because
it's
just lovely. Yeah, have you not seen this yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, we got to do that. We got to do that. It's because it's just, and the stuff they do with making fun of like Dark Knight Rises and stuff is just wonderful.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's hysterical. And every time Bane says anything, I'm just losing my mind.
I do love Bane.
There's this great bit, and it's just and what's great is it's a guy just doing a Bane impression from that movie, not modulated at all, not talking through anything. It's like he's just cupping his hands over his mouth.
That's awesome.
Just doing Bane. And it's some comedian that I guess likes to do that voice, and so they just brought him in to let him do it. I don't know who it is. But there's this bit where he's like, Bane built a CD rack! And then the CD rack falls apart, and he gets really sad.
That's funny.
It's fantastic. Here is the new Power Rangers movie. This is the Steel Box. I think this is a really pretty release.
Yeah,
it
looks nice. Yeah.
Beautiful. And this came, here's what it looks like on the inside. I have watched this again since it came out because I wanted to show it to my wife and see what she thought of it, and of course she absolutely hated it. And I liked it a lot less than the last time I watched it, watching with her, and she was like, so every now and again she would just look at me and say, so when do things start happening? And it was kind of hilarious and sad and a little tragic. But anyway, this hilariously came also with this really tiny copy of Aftershock, the Boom comic, the Boom sequel comic, which was just okay.
Yeah,
it was all right. But open this up and take a look at it because it's so small you can't read it. It's just hysterical.
Weird.
Like the print is so small it's almost unreadable.
Is this the full book too?
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Weird.
And that was a pretty big book. It was like 48, 50 something pages.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
But kind of nice of them to include it with the steelbook if you didn't have it.
Because that's probably all you're going to get for sequels.
I guess now that and I really want one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that there were places to go with
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I have my issues with that movie, but I do like things about it. Now that I'm looking at this again, it's not unreadable.
Maybe they'll do this the 6-film arc in comic book form.
Yeah, sure. And then when those sell 4,000 copies, they'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, never mind. I guess it's Mighty Morphin until the end of time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Speaking of Power Rangers, let's do that real fast. So I went ahead and bought a bunch of seasons of Power Rangers. So of course I collect everything superhero for movies and television. And even though it's all available to watch right now on Netflix, I went ahead and bought these. I tend to kind of prioritize whatever I can't get access to. But these were ultra super cheap when I found them. I found these at Big Lots for $5 a piece.
Wow.
And these are usually like $15 anywhere you go. So I went ahead and bought a bunch of these. Some of these are broken up into 2 volumes. Some of them are just 1. It really kind of just depends on how long the seasons were. So the longer shows, they split up into 2. So Space is in 2, but Lost Galaxy is 1, although I thought Lost Galaxy was about the same size as Space. Maybe it is smaller, I'm not sure. Or maybe they just got smart and they went, yeah, let's just put them all in one box, I don't know. But anyway, so I got Zeo up through, and I got Lightspeed Rescue in here, Wild Forces in here, Turbo is in here, so yeah, up through Lightspeed Rescue, and then, is Lightspeed? Yeah, and then Wild Force. So, yeah. That was pretty cool. So I got these for $5-6 a piece.
That's a whole lot of power ranging.
It sure is. Nothing interesting to say about that. Those of course have no special features at all. It's just the shows. Saban has not been real great with those, which is unfortunate. I really wish we'd get a release with the movie with a bunch of special features.
Yeah.
Because the '95 movie. Because I know they shot a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there's some interesting behind the scenes on that.
I used to watch the Ivan News movie all the time when I was a wee lad.
Yeah.
I used to enjoy that one.
Since the last update, we have reviewed this already, but here's Justice League Dark. I tend to just buy these on DVD. They don't really have great special features, and most of them aren't great. This one was okay. This of the direct-to-video animated things in the 52 continuity is one of the best. And Eric said he'd put it in his top 10, but I think if he actually made his 10, this would end up getting bumped off of it. That's just
Eric, you lie.
That's my guess, but maybe he's right. I don't know. In the moment, he was like, "This is one of the best of these," and I was like, I liked it okay. I thought this was pretty great, especially for these 52 things. And then there's another one of those. I think Teen Titans is Judas Contract is in here, or if it's not, it should be, because we have reviewed that since then, and it is dreadful.
I haven't watched one of those movies in years. I can't remember the last one I watched was. I think it may have been All Star Superman.
Did you not watch Dark Knight Returns?
I watched those.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's the last one.
That's since then, yeah.
Okay.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, maybe it was Dark Knight Returns then. But yeah, I haven't bothered with any of them since they started the 52 continuity.
Here's some more. The Judas Contract should be in here. I don't know where I put it. Anyway. Oh, no, here it is. It's in the stack. So here's some more TV stuff. Some of the stuff I may have mentioned in previous updates, and I just forgot. I went back and looked at those, and I didn't think I had, but I've gone ahead and started buying up some of the CW stuff when I find it real cheap, because again, it is available for streaming on Netflix, and these have minimal special features, but there's a couple things here and there.
Okay.
So and again, I buy I collect all this stuff regardless of availability and special features. So it's gonna suck because I don't want to spend $35 for Daredevil with no special features, but eventually I'm going to have to get that, and they're never going to release special features for those.
Yeah, I got the first season of Daredevil on Blu-ray.
Unfortunate. Yeah, but what is the point? You can watch it on Netflix.
I like to have a hard copy of it in case I, for whatever reason, can't use the internet and I want to watch it or something like that.
Yeah. I just can't imagine that ever coming up.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But anyway, so I got the first season of Supergirl. This is a pretty release. Looks pretty good. I've got all of Arrow now up until season 5, which isn't released yet. So here's the 4th season. These always look really good. I mean, the show's terrible now. But, 4 was a little better than 3, and 5 was, what I watched of it was about on par with this. Maybe a little bit better than this.
Okay.
I was liking some stuff in the beginning of the season, but I haven't finished it yet.
Do you have any of the seasons of The Flash yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I bought the first season of that. I was just waiting until I find them cheap. I even have the first season of Legends here. There's Legends.
No.
Yeah, I know.
That show's still on the air?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, even if it wasn't, this is the first season.
I couldn't get through the entire first episode of that show.
No, I know. But it's all glossy and pretty, and when you look at the cover of this perfectly reflects what this show is.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
because it's real flashy and it seems like a big epic thing, but inside,
but highly flammable,
real superficial,
highly flammable.
Yeah, just not much to it really. Highly flammable. I like that. I like that a lot. Here's a show I've never seen but had heard of and didn't realize it was a superhero show called Greatest American Hero.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
This is a show from the, late 80s, early 90s, about a guy who
gets powers.
I guess he runs into aliens, and then they give him a superpower suit, and he can't, he loses the instruction manual, and then he doesn't know how his powers work.
Wow.
And that's the show. It's a comedy.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds hilarious.
Here's Judas Contract again. Eric and I have already covered this. And these I've dealt with. I don't know why those are there. So I guess that's everything. Oh, yeah, and also Duke sent me some more Bible Man. So look forward to more commentaries of Bible Man. Eric and I did a commentary on one of these, and people seem to enjoy it immensely. And people have been asking us to come back and do more, so we will come back and do more. We might try to, if we have time, we might try to force Dan to watch one of these.
How many Bible Man...
There were quite a few
missions
releases,
are there?
and this is not all of them. I have one other besides this. Here's 4 more. I know there's at least 2 or 3 more after that.
When was the show made? Let me see these.
In the 90s. So we have Defeating the Shadow of Doubt, real quick, and then we have Terminating the Toxic Tonic of Disrespect.
Oh, God.
And then we have The Fiendish Works of Dr. Fear, and finally A Light in the Darkness. Yeah, it looks like we have a couple of eras of Bible Man's suit here.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware there were eras of Bible Man. That's crazy.
Yeah, later on it starts to get a little bit more production value.
Really?
Yeah.
They put more money into this as it went along.
Yeah.
That's
or maybe they just got better at making it look better.
That's
I don't know.
An interesting decision on the part of the producers.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, there's my update. There's the stuff I bought in the last few months, and I will come back and do another one once I get another good stack for you of stuff. And obviously, I guess the thing I'm most excited about right now is Logan and seeing the special features from that.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta buy that because Logan's the best movie ever. It's really
if
good.
we have time, I know I keep saying that. I love sitting down and watching Noir with you.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I kind of want to do that at the Geekvolution party on Friday, but the kids will be here. You know, like
yeah.
if we were just doing it late and it was just us adults. You know, that's totally what we would do.
Too bad there's not an FX censored cut of this movie on the DVD.
But I wouldn't want to watch that.
I feel like it'd be pretty funny though.
45 minutes long.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It'd just be a black screen with noises happening. Ah!
Well, Dan, thanks for hanging out with me while at work, buddy.
Of course.
I appreciate it. And folks, thanks for watching. We sure appreciate it. We'll see you again with more videos here with me and Dan Torrey in person and Eric later on this week and possibly into next week, given the amount of content we're already starting to make.
Yes.
I am Captain Logan.
And I'm Dan.
See you later, folks.